There are two very important quotes that I just love. They kind of help me in my leadership work. George Lorimer once said, back of every life are principles that have fashioned it. And Albert Einstein said, try not to become men of success, but become men of value. Now, I love these two because they are talking about the critical ingredients that I see that is making leadership fail in several places and at several points. They're talking about value. One of the great things that we seem to be losing in generations as we grow is our place of values. Values are the foundations upon which our lives are built. Values are the things that we really, really value. Let me put it that way. Something that is dear to our heart. It's what determines how we run. It's what determines what we do. It's what determines the way we live our life. Values actually determines how we treat other people. It's our values that will determine if we will go up or we will go down. Our values are very critical, and many times we seem to be losing that. Now, there are a number of things that values will do for us that I'd like to share with you. Number one is the fact that values will act as an anchor or like a compass for us. In other words, it helps us to stay on the course, to stay focused on the thing that we need to do. See, when you have values, the second thing that you help you do is that it makes decision making easy. See, for example, if you give me a job that does not line up with my values, I'm not going to take that job because I already know what my values are. So a lot of times, if you ask me to do something, I kind of line it up to what my values are. And if it doesn't agree with my values at that point in time, then I would have to say no to that opportunity. That's not what I'm going to be able to do. Why? Because it doesn't line up with my values. Another thing that values does is that values helps us to live our life the way we want to live our life. Many times I see people living their lives the way other people want them to live their life, but that's not the best that you can do for yourself. You've got to be able to get to the place where you can live your life the way you want to live your life positively. Values will always also affect the way that you and I treat each other, the way we treat other people. When you have the right values, you treat people right. Now, I often say that the Ten Commandments, you remember the Ten Commandments? Moses went to the mountaintop where he was with God, and God gave him two tablets, and he carried the two tablets written in the hands of God, and he brought them down to the place where he met the people running out of their values, and he also exercised a value that was not his value because he broke those tablets. The Ten Commandments actually speaks to values. That's why the Ten Commandments will tell you things like you should not covet what belongs to somebody else. That's a value system there. All the commandments talk about values. So you've got to understand your values so that you can treat the people around you right. So many times I talk about this, people have asked me, okay, then how do I know my values? I give you 2 points and that would help you. First thing is make a list of the values or the things that are really dear to you. Write them out. Is it integrity, honesty, humility? What are the things that you love? What are the things that speak to you? Hard work, diligence. Take a note of these values. Write them down. Put them in a place where you can read them and look at them. And then can you circle or pick out the ones that are most critical to you or the ones that really, really touch your heart the most? I always advise that you should have at least 5 that are at your fingertips that you can always get to. But pick out your value. Once you make a decision about your values, following them becomes easy. And the second thing is don't only pick up your values or state your values, you must be able to internalize your values. That's the way to make them yours. That's the way to put them on your inside. When you internalize your values, then you are able to walk the talk. You're not just talking it, you are walking it. It becomes a part of you by the time you internalize it. Sometimes you just have to put them in a place where you see them regularly and then you try to live by those values on a daily basis. You see, practice will make performance. Practice will make improvement. The more you take them in, the more you work with them, the more you try to live by your values on a daily basis, the more the values become a part of your life until they become natural to you. Values are critical for anyone who wants to live well and lead their life in a proper way. My name is Bisi Akande-The. I'm called the Inspirer, and I just want to add value to you.